November 2017 already. What? Wow. It's coming. It's coming. It's here. The last 3 months of the year. Big things. Big things. And they're things that you knew were coming, but you just didn't know when they were coming. And if you don't already know, if you already haven't felt it, sorry, excuse me. If you weren't aware in September, by now you felt it. Okay. And to make sure to confirm, to bring the energies and the manifestations closer to you for the last 3 months of the year, we're gonna get some answers. Okay, so this here is a star spirit board. It's very symbolic. As you can see, there are the alphabets, the English alphabets, numbers 0 to 9. There's a hello, yes, no, and goodbye. And we've got a 5-pointed star and a candle to command the words to come forth. Okay, so during the whole time, my eyes are closed, people. Okay, I don't peek. I just, here is the little cursor, and intuitively my eyes are closed. Okay, and it's just my intuition guiding me, guiding my hand actually, because I allow my higher self to take my intuition to pull me in a certain direction, and when to stop and when to go, and wherever it stops, whatever letter, whatever symbolic message, symbol, or wherever it lands, I'm going to intuitively deliver the message, okay, for the month of November. November. Okay, for the month of November, all right? My eyes are closed. Remember, the 5th of November. Wow, I just peeked now while I was actually kind of peeking, because I was about to stop, as you noticed, and I kind of opened my eyes. I know I shouldn't, but I was about to stop. You saw that. And then my arm, my hand, it's nudging me to keep going. So, J0U, J-O-U. J-O-U. What's that mean to you? Jack-o'-lantern. Okay, so the day is October the 25th. We're officially in the astrological sign of Scorpio right now. There's a very slow, hidden death, rebirth. Okay, Scorpio is all about eating up, transforming, eating up something like feces, okay? For example, eating up the old in order to transform something. J-O-U. If you kind of look at the letter J, I know in astrology, the letter M looks like the symbol, the glyph looks like a Scorpio, but also looks like a Virgo symbol. But if you look at the J, the way the tail is, it kind of looks like a scorpion too, depending on the movement of the scorpion, okay? You know, like the J, the ending, the little loop part of the tail. Okay, 0 is a never-ending cycle. It's 0. It's below 1. It's non-existence, but it's also everything at the same time. It is existence. It's eternity. It's something that keeps repeating. A transformation. So it's like the scorpion is, and then if we look at the U, it's transforming. Okay. Do you feel like somebody owes you something? Do you feel like maybe somebody owes you? Maybe they feel that they owe you. I don't know where this is going, but this is intense because the energies around are intense. Hold on. I'm gonna close my eyes and feel this out. Okay, it's not what you expect from another or demanding from another. You're actually very leveled out. Somebody is owing you, is owing up to you. Do they have a J in their name? Okay. I'm just seeing that the J is symbolic of that Scorpion. So it's during this time of the astrological season of Scorpio, October 23 to November, November 21? November 19, 20, something like that. Someone has disappeared or is distancing themselves from you. This could be you doing it too, because we're all reflective mirrors to another. We kind of, pick up on other people's movements and we start becoming that way. We don't realize it. And they are owing you. Okay, so what I mean is they're going to do something for you. Something in the past, something in the recent past. It could even be your actions that you've put out. Maybe you've worked towards something and you just respected yourself and you had dignity and you crossed, you pushed up. You just didn't, what's the word? Something presented itself to you and you didn't push it away, but I'm seeing a figure, I'm seeing a person with their shoulders up, leaning towards the sky, forward, very strong essence, presence, that commands a respectful demeanor. Doesn't demand, hey, you have to respect me, but their presence demands it. Okay, and to the other person across, this Scorpion-like figure, doesn't have to be an actual Scorpio, okay? It could just be somebody around, picked up on it. And could be that they tried taking advantage of a situation. Maybe they didn't even realize they did. Maybe it was just something in the environment. I'm seeing something about an environment and it wasn't even involved. Like the other person didn't even intentionally try to make that happen, but they're going to level up and they feel that they owe you, okay? So during this time, and it could even go back to the end of November, November 24, November 26, you're gonna see the result of this person giving up or giving it some owing, okay, to you. Okay, I'm gonna direct the energies here, and whatever presents itself is gonna flow with this JOU, the Scorpion-like energies. Planets, the planets in the star systems owe you too sometimes, okay? And when I mean owe you, it's just basically you're reaping your own actions. That's what it means to owe you. Okay, it's moving like super slow. Okay. Our receive. Remember. Remember. Okay. Remember to receive. Okay, whatever is coming, allow yourself to receive it. Don't be too proud. where you feel you know or what's best for you. We're consistently changing. Things are consistently changing. We get worn out. We get tired. Even if you have dignity, which is great that you do. But you've presented yourself with that. If something is going to come, if something would like to give back, whether it's a person, whether it's in your work, if you're being noticed for the work that you're doing at your work, if you've got a new job, if you're in a new position, if your boss or your manager or somebody in the workplace that is not even in your department and in another department notices something about you and they compliment you or they talk about you and they decide, you know what? This department is not for you. The other one is, because your mind, you're very quick. You're very, you're actually showing the others the way in your department. This is an example. Then you move up. You move in a different area. You blend with the like-minded individuals. Okay, so allow yourself to receive, because the star systems, the astrological star systems, the timing for everything connects. Synchronicity connects with you, connects with your soul, connects with what you're ready, your energy level, what you've been leveled up to this point, the people that you connect with on everyday level. Sometimes I wouldn't say overcome them, but sometimes we not outdo them either, but sometimes we learn, we grasp certain concepts, and then it's time to move up. It's time to move forward. Okay. Some people learn quicker than others. Some people learn slower than others, but when they do learn it, they do better than the people that do learn quick. And it's not so much that I'm better than you or you're better than him or whatever. It's just people have their own learning habits, learning strategies, and then people deliver the results for you in their own way, for example. Okay? But something's coming during this time, like I said, from October, like I said, the Scorpio was October 23rd to November 19, 2021-ish. 21, I think, is Sagittarius. But there's this transformation taking place. So up to the 26th, though, 24, 26, you're going to receive. Okay, so allow yourself to receive, and don't go looking around for, oh, when am I going to receive this present or this news? Okay, let it be. Remember, you have dignity. Your shoulders are pointing, directing. That you know who you are, you know what you want, you know what you're doing in life. Sometimes we don't, but someone who knows their shit, knows where they stand, is more important than knowing everything in life sometimes, because it all comes together when you know where you stand or where you're coming from. And yeah. Remember to receive. That's it. Okay, excuse me. It landed on the number 3, but it also landed at the end of hello. So like right on the O. There's another O. So as you can see, there's this reoccurring cycle. There's a reoccurring cycle. There's people that are contemplating if they believe in coincidence or synchronicities. Okay, and when I see these two numbers together, 03 or 30, or just 3 in general. 3 is the number of creation. It also involves communicating things, okay? Creativity, communications, the third chakra, writing, expression, certain form of arts. More so about communication, though. I'm also seeing something that involves a connectivity between three people, a party, a third party. So it could be that in past years or recent times, the last 3 years, the last 3 decades, depending on how old you are. I'm 30. Actually, I'm 30. I will be 31 in 6 months. So, 5.5, 6 months. My Saturn will be fully finished by the end of December of this year. So I'm thrilled about that finally, because Saturn in Sagittarius is moving to Saturn in Capricorn. And my Saturn is in Sagittarius. So when that's over, I will be receiving. Finally. But if you're not 30, okay, and you're going to be remembering, okay, when you reach 30 or when you were 30, what happened? Can you go back and remember? What happened when you were 30, 30 and a half years old? What did you do different that kept repeating itself? If you're 20 now, if you're 25 now, if you're 16 now, you may not think oh, I have many years to go. Why would I care about my Saturn return? But remember that in life, things do repeat. Depending on your perspectives, if you want to believe it's coincidence or if it's synchronicity, many of us are not even conscious to the fact that things repeat every single day, over and over and over and over again. And if we keep repeating the same actions, we're going to get the same results, right? So something that has been happening, it's going to happen again. But when it happens again, or it recently just happened again, remember the last 3 months, I did say in the beginning of this video or the middle, I said October, November, December is the last 3 months of this year. So this is a very vital time. You got to open yourself to receive. Maybe the last 3 months of this year, you're going to receive something. Maybe the end of December, maybe from now till December, depending on your astrological points. Okay, find out where your Saturn is in. Is your Saturn in Capricorn? Is your Saturn in Aries? Is your Saturn in Taurus? Where is your Saturn placed? Find out where your 5th house is. Find out where your 6th house is, and find out where your 7th house is. These 3 are important right now to understand, because 6th is the workforce, 7th is partnerships, marriage, relationships, work in terms of like humanitarianism or how you are at work. 6th house is about work as well, but it's more so about what type of work and how you work. 7th house is also how you work, but 7th house is more of like legal contract bindings and stuff, because it's connected to your rising sun, eh? 5th house is also involves forms of partnerships in terms of love, romance, and not romance in particular, but it could be, but it's also about just the type of person you're going to be with in the long run, okay? Yeah. So look into that, because you'll be able to figure out a little bit more on when you're going to receive within the next 3 months, okay? Or what happened in early October. You received something too. There's somebody that's watching me right now and they're like, I received something in October and it was a contract. I'm seeing you got a contract, but you didn't take actions, or you were kind of contemplating, is this what I want to do? Is this what I want? Maybe you ignored it. I'm going to tell you something. If it's been a month or a few weeks or a few days and you've been invited or you've been given a contract or you're moving overseas or you've been invited to move overseas, and you weren't quite sure, or something else was holding you back, or you were lacking finances or something like that, okay? If you're still constantly thinking about, shit, I lost this opportunity, if it's supposed to happen, it will present itself again. Okay? It will present itself again, but it will happen when it's a little better for you, the circumstance. I don't have to get into detail how it's going to be better for you. Maybe there was death in the family. Maybe you had to take care of someone. Maybe you didn't have enough money. Maybe some third party was stopping you. Maybe some third party was pushing you. Something that involved something outside of yourself, that it was not fully allowing you to move. Okay? If it's supposed to happen, it will happen. And I feel like I want to end this here. I don't feel that I need to move forward, because I just got a vision of someone opening their eyes, just shocking, because this is directly for that person. And you know what? There's a lot of people that I'm getting emails by telling me like they're ready to move. Okay, I have people from Africa ready to move to the United States, contacting me. I have people from Africa that have moved to Canada recently. Okay, and I'm actually working with a few of them. I have a few people that I know that are moving to Africa. You know what I mean? So, like, and it's just an example of Africa. There's more than just Africa, okay, from the Middle East. Also, I wanted to mention something. There is an astrologer from Europe, and he's Eastern Europe. He does a lot of presidential, political type of work. His work is centered on them. So he rotates. He does a better job reading their astrological, like who's going to be elected and things like that, because he goes by certain, angles involving the political system, and aligns it with the presidents and things like that, on who's going to be elected, when they're going to be, something like that, right? So, whoa, brain fart. So he says that, if you've watched my videos in the past, I've talked about how the planet, the Earth, has different chakra continents. The countries have their chakras in different continents. For example, Canada, North America is the root chakra. Okay, as an example. Well, this astrologer says that each continent also is aligned with an astrology sign. Okay, so for example, the Middle East, particularly Iraq, Syria, okay, is Scorpio. Okay, so if you're from these countries, this is gonna resonate. Okay, this is gonna resonate, because I know since I was a little girl, the top people I connected with more than anything, more than any other ethnic background, more than any other country, outside of Canada, of course, because I live in Canada, was from Iraq. Okay, my two best friends, one was female, one was male, was from Iraq. And every other person up to this point, listen, I'm 30 years old, I'm turning 31. The people that I connect to on a regular basis, and it's consistent, is from Iraq. More than Syria. And this is something I'm going to admit. I've never admitted it before. I just kind of would brush it away because I didn't want to share it. Not that it's disregarding or disrespecting, not at all. That's not what it is. It's a lot deeper than that. Just like the scorpion is a deep transformative, eats its own feces and stings itself in order to protect the one it loves, because it knows its own nature. It's either going to sting the one in front of it, or it's going to sting itself. That's how scorpions are. And that's my relationship to the people that I've connected with from Iraq since childhood. So if I grew up with any other ethnicity that is connected to that country, because of course there's a lot of ethnicities in Iraq, doesn't mean they're all, but I don't want to get into detail. But I'm giving you an example. That's why I've never shared it before, because it's a very deep, touchy thing. All right, let's leave it there. So, I wish you all the best. May you receive. Remember to receive. Pay attention. Write it down. When did you receive? What happened 3 years ago, 30 years ago? You know, if you're young, write down what you want in the next 15 years, 10 years, 5 years, because remember, we all go through our Saturn returns and it's a big wake up call. Okay? So I'm getting my wake up call, and my wake up call is everything I was hiding, like the Scorpio. I'm allowing it to present itself publicly, but slowly.